Today was volatile. Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your beautiful host, Young Buffett, and in today's video, we are going to talk about what we always talk about. We're going to take a look at public sentiment. We're going to take a look at the max pain. We're going to take a look at dark pool data. We're going to take a look at the daily chart and see what happened. We're going to dive into options and see what we should do. And we're just here for some moral support. How are you doing today? Scroll down, answer me in the comments, and let's just dive right into it. So first and foremost, if you haven't already, if you're looking for a group of like-minded individuals, then just hop over to Finery. It's just a bunch of cool kids talking about stocks all day long. So I'll see you there. But before you jump into there, let's jump into Ape Wisdom. Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stocks, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, and day trading subreddits. They're talking about these stocks. Now, obviously, everybody's talking about the SPY. It's been a crazy couple of days. Today, Jerome Powell blessed us with a speech at the FOMC meeting. He talked about tapering. He gave his warning, pretty much. He gave a heads up. Now, that means he can literally do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, based on employment in a way. So now employment data is going to be very, very important coming up. So keep an eye out for that. There are a lot of catalysts coming up. If the Fed starts tapering, the markets should take that well. That means the economy is doing well. If the Fed does not start tapering soon, it's going to be weird. It's going to be interpreted as bearish. So there's a lot of global economics going on. Things with China are brewing still. It looks like the Evergrande situation is kind of toning down a little bit, but tomorrow is the day where they owe a bond payment. So we have to see if they're going to default on that or if China will bail them out, if China will essentially nationalize them and take over the company and just do it themselves. A lot of interesting things looming, a lot of volatility in the works. Now, number 2, Smile Direct Club. I don't really care. I don't really like the stock. Lucid Motors has been doing well. SoFi had a big pop today. BlackBerry, GameStop, Clover, and then AMC, Wish, Alibaba, Facebook. Which, by the way, Facebook also had a very interesting day today. They came out and they said they are running into issues with Apple's privacy policies, and they're not able to advertise properly, and they're losing a lot of money. So keep an eye out for social media stocks and see how that develops. But we're here to talk about CLOV, aren't we? CLOV, 68% positive public sentiment. People are talking about it more. It has climbed up on the most talked about stocks in the past 24 hours. So it's very interesting to see what people are talking about, how they're feeling about it. Nearby words include Wish, news, up, like, CLNE, down, still, money, out, shit, only, more, buy, BB, back. So still positive sentiment, but it is kind of dropping in positive sentiment, but that's also to be expected when the comment volume starts going up. Now, speaking of comment volume, I like to take a look at this chart, as you guys may know, because you're subscribed and you watch all these videos and it's just a really good time. But SoFi, Smile Direct, Lucid, Facebook, BB, Wish, CLOV, we're working our way up. This is Wall Street Bets. So the Wall Street Bets squad is talking about this, and I always love looking at this. I like to see what happens first, the chicken or the egg. That blue line is comment volume. That beige line is the stock price. So as you can see, that last pop that we had, people started talking about it. Then the stock started moving. Will that be the case here? We don't know. It's pretty much following each other. They're pretty much low on both ends. But what I'm more interested in is the max pain. On Monday, the max pain was 8.5. Now it's 8. That means a lot more people are buying puts, which if you jump over here, why the hell are you buying puts? They're literally not increasing in value, and they're extremely cheap, and there's like no meat on the bone anymore. How can CLOV go lower? This is all my opinion. Nothing in this video is meant to be taken as financial advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any type of security or investment, but puts? Really? Anyways, a lot of volume on calls as well. We'll take a look at volume in a little bit once we jump into the options chain. However, it's very, very interesting to see, will CLOV close at 8 or above 8 or below 8 by the end of this week? Max pain for next week is still 8. Max pain for the week after that is still 8. Max pain for the week after that, 8.5. I mean, there's a lot of calls and puts. And then the week after that, again, 8.5. So seems like they want CLOV pinned at around the 8.5 range. Let's see if we break past through that. Dark pool data hasn't really changed much, but it just keeps dropping. It keeps getting lower and lower, which is cool. Yesterday it was negative 2 million. The day before that it was negative 3 million. Now it's negative 1 million in net short volume. Curious to see how that'll affect the price, but it seems like the dark pool pressure is kind of letting off in a way. The net short volume in dollars is negative 9.2 million. So again, there still is a lot of dark pool activity, but I don't think it's weighing down on the stock as much anymore as it was like a month ago or so. Jumping into the overall chart though, before we talk about CLOV, let's take a look at the SPY really quick, because you need to understand what's going on with the overall market before you can draw any conclusions on individual stocks, because the two go hand in hand. So the SPY opened up today, and it opened up violently. So it started to go up at an unprecedented rate based off of previous data on FOMC meetings. Typically, it wouldn't move that much, that positively before Powell talks, but it did. And then Powell started talking, and then the markets liked what it was hearing, and then it started going up, but then it started getting confused, and then it started going back down, and then it kind of just started to digest it a little bit, and then it started going back up, and then it kind of started going back down. This is what volatility looks like, and that's why I said today is very volatile. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. If you want to hedge against something like that, I urge you to take a look at something like UVXY. This tracks the VIX. This moves on volatility. Very interested to see how the VIX moves, how UVXY moves. And I'm also very interested to see how individual stocks move. Taking a look at CLOV though, opened up so strong today, as it always does. Our little baby. Why does it not draw the... There we go. So opened up 8:14 almost pre-market. Everyone's excited. Yes, CLOV is going to rip today. And then it did what it always does. And I always say it in all my videos. It just keeps getting destroyed in the first like 20 minutes of market open. And then started to go back up, and then it kind of did its thing, and then into Powell it started going up with the overall market, and then the overall market got confused like I just walked you through with SPY, and then it kind of just came back down, and then it just kind of consolidated a little bit, and then it closed just below $8 a share. Pretty much CLOV is just pinned to whatever the market is doing. The overall markets will start to dictate how individual stocks are going to start moving. Potential catalyst that'll move CLOV still up in the air really, but we're just waiting to see what happens. If you want a deeper dive of where people are putting their money, CLOV calls for this week, lots of volume on the 8s, lots of volume on the 8.5s, 19,000 on that one, 12,000 on that one, 6,000, 1,000, 1,300 and so on. Then we got next week 3,000 on the 8s, 4,000 on the 8.5s. Jumping over to October 15, we got 4,000 on the 8, 2,000 on the 9, 3,000 on the 15. So a lot of people are bullish. You can't argue that. And I really want to sell puts, but just the puts they're not juicy. So we're just holding. We're going to see how it plays out. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. And with that, I love you, and I'll catch you on the next video.